So I'm just going to control it by this one. So as you can see, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're just going to unbox the CNC controller, the motor, and everything. So this is not yet complete because some of the small details or small parts that I need is still on order. So hindi pa nadating, and then most of them are not yet ordered because I'm lacking on the budget. So now let's see what's inside. So this is basically the main box for the motor, but then I just file everything in here so that it will be easier for me to get everything. So this is the motor. So these are the parts that I'm going to use to drive and to control the CNC machine. So here is the motor. Yan, as you can see. Yeah. So this is the motor. So I purchased this one online. This one is not purchased in a store. It's I purchased this one on a person who's selling his. He bought this one online too. I think he bought this one on AliExpress. But then this one is a very heavy and very large stepper motor, hybrid servo motor, NEMA 34, 8 Newton meter motor, and he is just going to build a small CNC machine. That's why he is selling this one, and then that's the time that I saw it, and then I bought it from him. So thanks, Sir Carl. So Sir Carl is his name. He's selling his motor. So this is basically set. So one servo motor and also one hybrid controller. So these are 3. So I already take the 2. So this one is really large motor. And one other thing that we're going to do today is that we're just going to test everything to see if this is really working, because I haven't really tried this one yet because I'm too busy working and also building the CNC machine. So I have it here right now. So I'm just going to take this one out from the box. So this one is 2, plus here is the other one, 3. So that's 3 motor for the X, which is 1, and then 2 for the Y, so 3. Then for the Z axis, then this is gonna be the one that I'm going to use, because the Z axis is just putting or making the cutter or the rotor up and down. So this one is a 3 Newton meter NEMA 23. So this one is the largest one, I think, available for this range, NEMA 23. So this one is I purchased this one from Maker Labs in Shopee. Then here are the controller for the stepper motor, hybrid servo. So here, so I'm just going to show you here. So this one are large driver because the motor is very large too. So here, this one are blue, as you can see. It's very vibrant, sky blue. Here's another one. Here, 2, and the other one is here. So I'm just going to put this one down. Okay. So here are the stepper motor driver or the hybrid servo motor driver. So that's 3 of them. Then for the NEMA 23, I have here a separate motor driver for that one. So DM542 here. Yan. So I don't have any for the servo motor driver. I don't have any documentation, but then the seller sent me some video and how he managed to test this one. And also he also wired one motor and then removed the plugs or the removable plugs in here. So thank you, Sir Carl, for that. Then here are the power supply. So for this build, I'm going to use a 36 volt 2. So I have two 36 volt power supply here. So these are the power supply unit that I'm going to use for the large hybrid servo motor driver. So two of them, so each has 46 each has a 36 volt, then 15 amp maximum. So dalawa, this one is going to power the hybrid servo motor, two of them. Then this one is going to be one for the one servo motor, then one is going for the hybrid, one is going for the normal stepper NEMA 23 stepper motor, and also the power, so and also the driver. So this is the CNC controller that I'm going, because I want it to be just easy build. So this one is a USB Mach 3 controller. So I also have here the stop and also the wiring for this one. And then I already installed the software into my into my computer, and also the one that I am using for my old CNC machine, the 25,000 peso build, or the $500 build. So now for the limit switches, I have two. So I'm actually thinking of using either way, but then when I see this one is a mechanical keyboard. This one is a mechanical. So they are actually mechanical, but then this one is a small one. This one is a very large one. So I don't know how can I use this type of switch. I purchased 10 pieces of this one, so that it's gonna be 2 in the X, then 2 in the Y, and then 2 in the Z. So it's gonna be 6 pieces. So I have a spare of 4. But then when I try to install this one into the machine, or try to see if how can I fit this type of switch, then it's really hard, because this one has a large offset from the main attaching point to this lever here. So medyo ano siya, malayo siya. So now I think I'm just going to use this one, or maybe I'm just going to combine. This one is just a normal switch. Oh, sorry. So that's the limit switches that I'm going to use. And also I'm also going to buy in the future the other switches, the pause, the start, and also the reset button. So yeah. So for the wiring, the stepper motor already has its stepper motor wiring. So that's what I'm going to use. And now let's clean this up, and we're going to see or try if we can run all this motor before we're going to install this one into the 4x8 DIY build CNC machine. So yeah. So let's get this one out of the way. So by the way guys, this power supply is really cool, because I purchased this one in Banggood. So this power supply has this one here. There's a knob. So there's a potentiometer, so you can adjust the volts. So both of them, and also it has some LED voltage indicator on top. So that's really handy, so that you can see the voltage output for this one. So it comes also with a connectors and a additional external. This one is for the external potentiometer, so that you can use this one outside in the box when this one is fully functional, fully enclosed. Then you can also use this one to control the power supply unit outside. But then I'm not going to use this one, because I'm just going to run everything into 36 volt. So yun guys, I think we're ready. So for the sake of this test, and for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to use this one power supply, because this particular hybrid servo motor is a low current consumption. So maliit lang yung power na ginagamit niya when it's on an idle, or it's using without any force applied to this pulley, or this, for example, this sprocket. So this motor is really power efficient. So that's why for this demonstration, I'm just going to use this 136 volt power supply. So as you can see here, it's 37, but then this servo drive, or hybrid servo motor driver, or hybrid servo drive. So this particular servo drive is can be powered through AC and also DC. So when you are going to power this particular drive in AC, it's gonna be somewhere here. So basically the connection from this motor to this servo drive is through this I don't know what do you call this type of connection or plug, but then from the motor, this particular servo motor is for pole. So this is the connection that I made. So the arrangement is from this portion. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see. Okay, so from this portion, this one, this so this wire is connected through the power supply. So this is AC, but then I'm just using a DC 36 volts. So the power goes here. So the red one is the positive, and then the other one is the negative, the black one. So this wire here, and then here are the motors. There's 4 connections. So based on the first test of Sir Carl, the person that I bought this particular motor, he already write it here. So yellow, blue, green, and then red. So when I test this one, because when he sent it to me, this particular motor is connected through this connector based on this arrangement, the yellow, blue, green, and red. But then when I test the motor, so I zoom out right now. So yeah, so when I test this one using this connection, this particular motor is holding its position, and I'm trying to rotate this motor, but then it's not rotating. So that's really good, because this one is controlled also by a signal connection that's holding this one into position, and then when it's going to be rotated in a other position, then it will directly go back. So this one is a closed loop. So this one is really accurate. So, and also because this one is a very large motor, so that's why I choose this one. So basically what happened when I use this type of connection, it holds its position, but then the connection towards the computer, when I try to jog it, so that's the time that the motor, I'm controlling the motor to rotate it, is not really working. So it's not rotating, but after that, I searched into YouTube on how they are wiring this type of driver, the HBS86H. So that's the code name or the name of this driver. Then I saw somebody using a connection with the green, red, and blue, and yellow. So that's the connection he used. For example, here B minus is going to be the green, and then B plus is a red, and then A minus is blue, and then A plus is yellow. So I tried that connection in this setup, and then I connected into the computer, and then using Mach 3 to control the motor. And by using this connection, I can control it now. So as you can see, this one is the one connected to the computer right now. So if I'm going to control it using the arrow key, so this one is connected through the X-axis right now. So now I'm just going to use this wireless connector. So this is the X and connection, so left and right. So when I press any of these two button, then it is now working. So as you can see, it's rotating. But then to be able for you to really check if this one is working or rotating on a particular rotation, I'm going to add this tape so that you can really see that everything is working or not. So here, so the same as this 3. So for now, I'm just going to test this 3. So this one is going to be on a separate, because this one is just very easy, because this one is a open loop. There's no connection like a signal connection. But then for this time, I'm just going to let you see that this motor is finally working using this connection. So the connection that he also connected, Sir Carl, is the signal connection that will prevent these particular motors lose its steps. So he also put it here, so white, red, blue, and then this one is black, and then there's some yellow and green. So that's the signal connection. So using this arrangement, I think it's really holding its position. So I'm not going to research anymore for this connection. So I think we're good. So now is we're going to test this one, so that you can see that this one is really working. So I'm just going to control it by this one. So as you can see, this particular motor is rotating right now. So I'm going to switch direction. Yes, as you can see, this one is working. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these two to this driver. So I'm just going to repeat what I did here. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do this time. Whew, that's a wrap. So by the way guys, the next part of this video is going to be installing all this motor into the main CNC 4x8 CNC build that I'm going to do. So stay tuned for that. So I'm going to do that in the next 1 or 2 video. So see you then. Peace.